Climate change. As you all know, we are in one of the worst droughts New Hampshire has seen in decades. Parts of the country are on fire. Others are dealing with historic flooding. So I'm going to start with you on this one, Representative Edelblut. Do you agree with Donald Trump when he says that this is just weather or even a hoax?
Right. So we do know that the temperature is warming. What we don't know is if that is man-made. We don't know what the causes of it are, if there's other causes, and we don't know that all of the efforts that are being taken have any opportunity to reverse that. So I would be very cautious to craft policy around what has become really in many circles an ideology about climate change. So I would not support, efforts that would, limit our opportunities, for energy, which we need in our state and our communities, or other areas.
So you're not sold that it's real?
I'm not sold.
Okay. Councilor Sununu, same question.
I'm an environmental engineer. I studied and worked in the environmental engineering field for 10 years. So this is something that I know a lot about. Combine that with running a ski resort where we're completely weather dependent. The Earth has been slowly warming since the mid-1800s. There's no doubt about that. Is it man-made or not? Look, one thing I do know, nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows absolutely one way or the other, whether it's man-made or not. We have to be smart. And with myself in the governor's office, we have the opportunity to have a governor that understands these issues at a deep grassroots level, that really understands both the economic, social, and environmental pros and cons of all these issues that come before us. So I'm going to bring my expertise to the table, make smart, sound decisions that are environmentally sound, to be sure, and sustainable, but also always in mind with how we keep progress moving forward, how we keep businesses moving forward, how we don't bog them down with over-regulation. One of the biggest concerns of this entire issue is that we've created all this regulation that pushes down on businesses and pushes down on individuals. I'm going to free that up and do it smart and responsibly.
Mayor Gatzis, same question.
Well, I can tell you that, no, I don't believe in it because I know that we might have had a very mild winter this year and we saved an awful lot of money in our snow budget. But I can tell you that next year we may not be as lucky. So when people want to talk about climate change and what we're doing about it, we don't do much because Mother Nature controls it. So I can't tell you if it's man-made or if it's Mother Nature. But boy, I tell you, I wouldn't mind another winter like we had last year so that we wouldn't have the snow removal costs that we've had in the future or the salting. So again, it's about what Mother Nature has sent on us.
All right, Senator Forrester, is climate change real?
I think climate change happens through the history, goes up and down, warm and cold. I believe that there may be a little bit man-made, but most of it, I believe, is natural. And I would be very concerned about any policies that we might institute in the state of New Hampshire that will cause energy prices to rise. More and more regulation. We have to be very cautious and methodical about the policies that we enact in the state to protect the people of New Hampshire. And so while there might be climate change, how much of that is man-made, I'm not really sure, but it is happening.
All right, let's change pace.
I just want to go on record. I would love to see some snow in the North Country. I understand that we have our plowing budgets too, but the North Country and the business up there would love to see some snow this year. Yesterday's El Nino was tomorrow's La Nina.
That's fine.
All right.
I don't have a problem with that.
All right, let's move forward.